La Semilla Food Center is a 501c3 nonprofit, and our mission is to really foster a healthy, sustainable, equitable food system. So we're looking at ensuring that all residents have access to good food. They know how to prepare it. They know how it's connected to the health of our communities and our personal health as well. And there are 4 main ways that we work to foster the kind of food system that we want to see here in the Paso del Norte region. One is our edible education program, where we have 7 school garden programs. And another is we have La Semilla Community Farm based in Anthony, New Mexico. It's a 14-acre farm and demonstration site where we employ youth to do different programming and learn all about sustainable agriculture, from planting and harvesting all the way to marketing in the community. We also have policy advocacy, where we're working with county commissioners and city councilors and the Department of Health and many other partners in the community to advise on urban agriculture ordinances, where we could turn vacant lots into urban farms, potentially have chickens within city limits, and all kinds of other projects that would help us have more access to food here in our region. So the last piece of the work is direct marketing, where we work with a lot of farmers markets throughout the region to help them build their vendor base. And we helped 3 markets this past season become EBT accessible, where participants could use their food stamps at the market to purchase fresh produce and foods being offered at the market. Since La Semilla formed in 2010, we've reached over 4,000 elementary and middle school kids through our programming. And our goal is to have every school with a school garden program at some point. Right now we have 7 school gardens. There are 4 in Las Cruces and 3 in Anthony. In Las Cruces we have Conley Elementary and Valley View Elementary, Sierra Middle School, and Lynn Middle School. And then in the Gadsden district we have Anthony Elementary, Loma Linda Elementary, and then Gadsden Middle School. And we're also looking to expand into El Paso, doing a lot of work with Bowie High School there. The main goal of our edible education program is really to help foster an understanding with kids and students about where food comes from, how it's grown, how to prepare it, how it affects our bodies, and how it impacts our communities and the environment as well. And so the way that we go about reaching that goal is we place AmeriCorps service members with particular teachers at schools, where they can help teachers develop activities that meet all the benchmarks and standards that they're required to meet by using the garden and also cooking and nutrition activities in the classroom. In addition to those in-class activities, coordinators also have a weekly garden club that's after school, garden and cooking club, where they do a lot of the same activities that they do in the class, just with a smaller number of students. We have family cooking events where we try to incorporate siblings and grandparents and moms and dads, anyone that we can pull in to prepare healthy meals together, often using produce from the gardens. And we also do cafeteria tastings, where we are then able to open up fresh produce tastings to the entire school, not just the classrooms that we're placed with. So we'll buy produce from local farmers within the Mesilla Valley and then prepare something simple like a spinach salad with strawberries and pecans, or fresh carrots that are purple that kids have never seen before, and offer them as tastings in the cafeteria, where they can just come up to a booth and grab it if they want and try it. And kids have the opportunity to sign up for garden clubs, so it's an application process, and we usually cap it at 20 just to make it a little more manageable. Other than that, the program goes year-round, so the service members are placed with particular teachers, and they're with them the entire year, helping them in the classroom and using the garden as an outdoor space for kids to engage in all the lessons that they're learning in the classroom as well. But it's open to the entire school, the space outside, so any teachers can come and use that as an outdoor classroom. I think family involvement is key to a lot of aspects of the programming. Number one, it gets families into the school, and the school then becomes an environment that they're involved in their kids' education. They're also learning about what they're doing in the garden. It helps them know that, hey, I'm watching my child chop vegetables here. I know that they can do that at home as well and start cooking in the kitchen with their parents at home. It's just a great way to come together around food, and you see it's tied to our identity and our culture and all the different aspects of our lives. And to me, it's just the best way to celebrate and also try new things. Our program also shows that that it is having an impact, and kids are in fact making different choices. So I love talking with teachers involved in the program because I'll get stories from parents all the time. So it broke my heart to hear this, but it was also very rewarding at the same time. There was a mom who wrote that her daughter, who was in 7th grade, had never tried an apple before a cooking lesson that we did in class that day. And she tried an apple with kohlrabi and made a slaw. And since then, her daughter, she said her palate has just opened up. She's trying all sorts of new vegetables and asking for new items on her plate at home. The most challenging part of my job, I think, is just wishing that we could be in every school because of the impacts that we've seen this program have on kids and on ourselves. It's just such an honor to be able to learn from kids in the classroom. I would definitely say talk to Mr. Tae for that, and he'll find a way to get him involved.
Listen to repeat after me, son. I said a boom, chicka boom. Oh, guys, come on. I know kindergartners that are louder than y'all. All right? I said a boom, chicka boom. I said a boom, chicka boom. I said a boom, chicka rocka, chicka boom. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. One more.
My title, I'm a food course service member. Basically what that means, what that encompasses is I'm an AmeriCorps service member, and that I pretty much volunteer, but they pay a stipend so we can live off of it. And Food Corps is a national nonprofit that is affiliated with AmeriCorps. Because it's national, it works in 15 or 18 different states, and what it does is it partners up with different like food system nonprofits in the area, such as La Semilla. And so I'm a Food Corps service member working for La Semilla through that partnership. And in the schools, I'm a school garden coordinator at Valley View Elementary School as well as Conley Elementary School. I worked in the inner city of Chicago just as a teacher's assistant, and I actually wanted to work more towards health and nutrition because I did not like watching my kids eat like really unhealthy processed food. And a lot of times they just eat a bag of chips and that would be like their breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And that was hard for me to watch. So that's why I applied for Food Corps. And that's why I'm here. How I get my kids excited, I just stay really enthusiastic about it. Because I'm really convicted that healthy eating will get them happier, it'll get them smarter, it'll get them more focused. I know it's gonna do all those things, and I'm just really enthusiastic about it. And what I do is I really try and engage them as much as possible.
Good job, guys. Now, all right, y'all, now I want you guys to relax and close your eyes.
Like when we're cooking in the classroom, everyone's doing a job. We just recently started a partnership with the Munson Center. We'll be planting with them this Friday. But earlier what we did was we went to the Munson Center, which is a retirement center, like a bunch of senior citizens, and we made little bell pepper boats. Little bell peppers with ranch dressing, and then it has a cucumber sail on top of it. And like those guys, the third graders, we had them hand them out to the seniors, and they had a blast. Like these kids are just naturally, they want to serve, and I just want to kind of bring that out of them. Well, I hear a lot of that. I hear it in different quotes, whereas I'd hear like a second grader be like, "Yo, I don't like tomatoes. Don't give that to me." Then they'll take it out of the vine and they'll pop it in their mouth, and they'd be like, "Oh, I love it. I love tomatoes." You hear it. You'd ask the kids, "Hey, do you guys know what kale is?" They'd be like, "No." We'd cook something with them. We'd cook the kale salad with them. And afterwards, they would know what kale is. And about maybe 70% of the class would like it. And of course, we put the hot sauce on there, which makes it a lot better. Usually, I will be at both schools every single day. So if I'm here in the morning, then I'll be there in the afternoon. Recess at Conley ends at 12 for the 3rd and 4th graders that I work with there. And so I hang out with them during recess. I work in the garden there. And I get a bunch of kids to come out, weed, pick some green peas, and have a good time. And then I come right here at 12. That's when the lunch starts here. And that's when we have kids streaming out there for recess. And that's when kids stop and I have them pull weeds and do my work for me. I'm just happy all the time. I love doing what I do. I love being with these guys. Even those days when it's like they're super squirrely, it's really like tough. In the end, like I have a blast, and that's what it is. I'm just happy all the time with these guys. We have like a school garden coordinator at either school. I'm very mixed because I think it would be, as long as our kids are getting health nutrition education, as long as they are gaining a relationship from sowing the seed and then like harvesting it themselves and loving it because they cared for it, and creating that relationship, I'd like to see it at every school. So next year I'll be serving again at Valley View and Conley. I kind of wanted to see my third graders as fourth graders and my fourth graders as fifth graders. So I'll be doing the same thing. Hopefully a lot more organized, a lot more streamlined.
We're always looking for volunteers, so if you want to get your hands dirty or come help with a cooking activity, we would love to have you join us. You can visit our website, which is www.lasemillafoodcenter.org, and there's a volunteer form you can fill out that gauges all the different activities that La Semilla is involved in, and you can check what interests you. But we have plenty of opportunities to plug volunteers in, and anyone from the community that wants to get interested or wants to get involved, including master gardeners, backyard gardeners, families, anyone that just enjoys working with youth and is passionate about healthy food and cooking. We would love to have you as part of our team.